In a world where creativity is celebrated, it's a shock to hear that the craft industry has taken a major hit. Joann, the beloved crafts and fabrics retailer that has stood tall for over 80 years, is closing its doors. All 800 of them in 49 states, to be exact. In the winter of this year, Joann filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy for the second time. This was the first domino to fall in a series of events that ultimately led to the closure of all Joann stores. The aim behind filing for bankruptcy was to maximize the business's value. However, as we now know, this strategy did not work out as planned. The financial services company, Georgia Group, swooped in and acquired all of Joann's assets. Their plan, to conduct going-out-of-business sales at all of Joann's stores, pending bankruptcy court approval. Unfortunately, the retail environment proved too challenging for Joann, and constrained inventory levels only added to the fire. In a matter of months, the situation escalated. The closures began, first trickling in, then flooding. Before we knew it, the list of affected states was as long as your arm. Hundreds of locations across the U.S. started shutting down one after another. The once bustling craft stores filled with the hum of sewing machines and the rustle of fabric fell eerily silent. Despite this, Joann remained committed to providing service, shipping orders, and supporting its employees. The company continued to serve its customers, even as the shutters came down, one store at a time, but the writing was on the wall. As the last of the stores began their closing sales, it became clear that Joann, as we knew it, was coming to an end. Customers expressed their sadness over the closures. For many, Joann was more than just a store. It was a haven for craft enthusiasts, a place where creativity was nurtured and celebrated. It was a go-to destination for crafting supplies, a place where dreams were stitched into reality. To summarize, Joann, the 80-year-old crafts and fabrics retailer, is closing all of its 800 stores due to financial challenges. After filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy for the second time, the company's assets were auctioned off to the GA Group, which plans to conduct going-out-of-business sales at all stores. Despite the closures, Joann remained committed to providing service and supporting its employees. However, the retail environment and constrained inventory levels proved too challenging, leading to the closure of all Joann stores. It's a sad day for the craft industry, but let's remember Joann for what it was. A place of creativity, a nurturing space for craft enthusiasts, a store that, for over 80 years, inspired us to create. Voiceover. The end of Joann is a significant loss for the crafting community. However, it's important to remember that the spirit of creativity and innovation that Joann embodied doesn't have to end with the store closures. We, as a community, can continue to nurture and celebrate that spirit. We can continue to create, innovate, and inspire, just as Joann did for the past 80 years. Perhaps you discovered a passion for crafting in a Joann store, or maybe you bought your first sewing kit there. Regardless of your connection to Joann, it's important to remember the joy and creativity it brought into our lives. If the story of Joann resonates with you, if you've ever felt that spark of creativity, that joy of crafting something with your own hands, then let's remember Joann together. Give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with others. Let's keep the spirit of Joann alive and continue to inspire one another with creativity. Remember, the end of Joann isn't the end of crafting, it's just the beginning of a new chapter.